हैं। ये सैमसंग, अब ये देखिए एक्सप्लेन, अब ये सैमसंग जो है, इनका नाम सैमसंग है। कैन यू सी दैट?
वो डिवाइस का नाम होगा।
नहीं सर, इन्हीं का नाम है, मैं तो इनका नाम जानता हूँ। कविता जी आप बताएं।
हाँ, good evening, sir. I'm from Karnataka.
कर्नाटका, देखिए कहाँ चंडीगढ़, कर्नाटका आ गए अभी। मोहन जी?
देहरादून सर, देहरादून उत्तराखंड।
दैट इज ग्रेट। सैमसंग जी बोलिए बोलिए मैम, अपना नाम तो बता दें। मैडम कैन यू हियर मी और नॉट? मोहन जी मेरी आवाज तो आ रही होगी आप लोगों को?
आपकी आवाज आ रही है। ऑल्सो
Yes,
मैम
yes.
इज आई थिंक
You are audible,
हियरिंग।
sir.
यू आर ऑडिबल।
नाउ यू आर ऑडिबल।
All are. Samsung ma'am, please, can you speak about yourself, please?
जल्दी जल्दी, वन वर्ड, योर नेम एंड प्लेस।
Samsung ma'am, please, can you go ahead to speak about your name? Ma'am, actually, I think she is not listening. Hearing, sir. I think.
Probably not understanding.
Yes.
Anyway, we
yes,
go for
yes.
Akansha ji from Latur.
Hello, sir. Good evening, all. Myself, Akansha Nole from Maharashtra. I have 15 years teaching experience and working as a PGT at Allen. Thank you, sir.
You are from Latur.
Latur, Maharashtra. Yes, sir.
लातूर महाराष्ट्र, दैट इज ग्रेट। विनीता जी लखनऊ से है, और ये साबिया जी फ्रॉम विच प्लेस यू आर? जस्ट unmute yourself. Within 2 minutes I will start and it will be taking not beyond 7 o'clock.
Shall I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
Everyone
Great.
waiting.
My name is Shahin. I'm from Parbhani district, Maharashtra. And
Okay.
I'm in a taluka place of Parbhani district, means I'm from a quite small town.
Okay, that's great. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Lisa Jennifer, your video is off. Just one word, your name and place, that's all. Otherwise we'll be just keeping whole place.
Sir, I'm Payal Saraf. I'm
Yeah.
from Mumbai.
Oh, that's great. देखिए अब
Good evening, sir. I'm Dhanya from Bangalore.
Bangalore, Karnataka.
Yes, sir.
So you have got 2 people from Karnataka.
2 people from Maharashtra as well, Latur and Parbhani.
अभी हाँ, अभी तो देखिए मैम, अभी और भी आएंगे। निवेदिता जी आ गई हैं।
No, there are 3 people from Maharashtra.
Yes,
I'm
she is
also
our
from
co-director. She is our co-director. And you were busy in
Even
the
Mumbai
meeting, मेरे
is
को
in
तो घबराहट हो गई थी।
Yeah. No, now I'm in the car, so I said
Now-
I'll attend the meeting
Now
now.
it is safe.
Yes.
Okay, iPhone.
Good evening, sir. I am Anusha from Karnataka.
कर्नाटका जी, देखिए कितने लोग आएंगे अभी तो। रेणु चंद्रा जी, please open up your videos. I don't know why you people are trying. अच्छा, जिसको भी हम बोलना है, I am just giving you 2 minutes. 6:15 I will start. Or let me introduce first. Now, one is Mrs. Nivedita Madkikar, is director of a chain of schools. A chain of schools from Pune, again from Maharashtra.
Yes.
And she leaves her home in morning at 8 o'clock, and by the time you people are cooking your dinner, she will be leaving her office. अब देख लीजिए
That's
आप,
great.
she is 10 years senior to us, Mr. Bakshi.
Yeah, hats off to her. At this age, she's doing so much.
Yes, and that is why she is doing that much.
Can you
She's in-
introduce her again, once again? I could not hear what you said. I would
Mrs.
love to hear.
Vedita Markikar from Pune.
Okay.
Yeah. Nivedita ma'am, Mr. Sunil Bakshi is my batchmate from class 12, 1979.
Oh my.
We are
And now-
38 friends from the same batch together, and now he will be working with us. He is an
Okay.
expert in branding, marketing, sales, a number of things. I have asked him, rather request him to go for one presentation, branding of schools. Marketing of schools तो सब कर रहे हैं, बहुत धड़ल्ले से कर रहे हैं.
हाँ.
मैंने भी 2-3 webinars दिए हैं आप लोगों को. Now the thing is that he will be preparing for branding of schools. Saranya S. Saranya ji bhi has come.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഇത് സൂം ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂലേ
Jaldi jaldi apna, just one word, your name and your place. That's all. Let us finish fast.
Good evening, sir. This is Vedasmita from Karnataka.
Karnataka 4.
Good evening, sir. This is Rashmi Rekha Panda from Karnataka.
Karnataka 5. बोलते रहिए. Keep on repeating.
Karnataka is leading today.
Yeah, Karnataka is leading.
Good evening, sir. I'm Indu AK from Karnataka, Bangalore.
For 6.
Another one. That's good.
Very good evening, sir. This is Shirley Smita. I'm from Karnataka.
7.
Bangalore.
Sri Lakshmi VR.
Good evening, sir. My name is Sri Lakshmi VR. I'm from Karnataka.
बताइए sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm Chandra Roy from Karnataka.
Again, Bakshi साहब counting करते रहिएगा.
I think we should leave the counting now. This is like more of a Karnataka brigade here.
ये 11 wickets की जगह 15 wickets ना ले जाए. My one of the most favorite trainee candidate, co-trainer is going to be a co-trainer from July onwards. Mrs. Mani Kyamba from Karnataka. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
How much cheerful? Boy, चश्मा लगा लो आप. चश्मा लगाने से you look younger. I am telling you really. Earlier I was having beard. I cut it off due to her only. She is looking younger to me, so मैंने beard I just chopped off. So let us start now. I believe so. Most of few people. Shikha ji is connecting to audio. Please introduce yourself if you can. All right. Sujata ji. Sujata C. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'm Sujata from Karnataka.
जी सर कोई काउंटिंग नहीं है अब तो. You see, we will be having a number of entries midway. So what I thought, thinking is कि whosoever keeps on coming, they will be entering on their own. And let us start now.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this session of, this is basically my 98th session, webinar session on these particular issues. Basically, I am concerned more with the school education, empowering the teachers through everybody, through each and every aspect of school education. Like this one is dealing with misbehavior. Basically, this was controlling kids. Akansha ji, you can make payment later on. So, can you see this screen? My screen full.
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Yes,
now you see, if you can see this, Hemlata Srivastava ji has also joined now. This is great that out of 27, 25 are here. Out of this scene which you are looking at on the screen, well, it looks like everything is under control. Do you agree or not agree? You just mute yourself, please. Everybody, please mute yourself.
No, to me, nothing seems under control.
And to me, it seems everything is under control. But it depends.
Control of the kids, I believe.
Control by whom? Question is, so that way, my question was a little bit short of words. It seems to be under control of students.
Correct.
Now, this type of misbehavior, which we call is not, why we call it misbehavior? Because this is generally not acceptable. And that is why we call it misbehavior. I'm not going into the details of definition of what is misbehavior, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. Pehle kitni maine virtues, values, mannerism, etiquettes, a number of webinars you people have attended, and you might have observed that a number of definitions were there, which includes all this. I will be just going straight away to the reasons why these are. You see, this webinar will be continuing on 21st. Today is 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th also. Much beyond this. So this 4 primary reasons for disruptive behavior in the classroom is power, revenge, attention, which means power seeker, revenge takers, attention seekers, and those who want solace. But why? They want to be alone. That is, they are either disinterested or there is feeling of inadequacy or even shyness also. Shyness ke baare mein my last one has come up. Already we have covered this one, but I will be covering in details now. You see, dealing with the misbehavior is basically, it is the exhibition of behavior by the students to a particular behavior exhibited by the teacher. How I can say you? In a class of 40, you people are not using microphone. The teacher is using in a mild and humble voice, which is not audible at the back of the class. So they start disturbing, talkative, आपस में एक दूसरे को push, pull, and sometimes in the 4th period, which is just before the lunch, you might have observed that while that you are teaching in the class, you might have the smell, the odor of that pickle. Where from it came? Because the backbenchers, those who were misbehaving due to the exhibition of teacher's behavior. So you have to be audible. You have to make your class interesting. You have to engage your students. There are 8 different types of learners. Most of you people over here might know that there are 8 different types of learners. So the teacher must be expert in all these behaviors, all these type of learning styles, so that she can teach or address every student's need. Why he is behaving this way and what should be done to remove this thing. If anybody is a group learner, he will be talkative. While the teacher, your back turns towards the students and they start talking, discussing with each other. And you think they are disturbing, but they are not disturbing. They are learning in the groups, social learners. Similarly, there might be one student who is a solitary learner. He doesn't like a group. He doesn't like a sort of crowd. While teacher is teaching, she or he is busy in writing notes, learning herself or himself. That is why. So, but you have to take care of her needs also. So, you see, basically we know what might be the reason. And for this misbehavior, we just only go for the reason, cause, but we don't go for the pattern of that cause. What is the pattern of that cause? A particular teacher is strict, like mathematics teachers, they are not strict, but in their class, the disturbance is minimal. In language classes, the disturbance is maximum. I am not saying that there is a lot of noise or this or that, but disturbance. Your connection is unstable. Might be seeing on my screen. It might go anytime, but I'm keeping it on the windowsill. So, yeah, it will run. So, understanding the pattern, but even if you don't understand why they are doing under a particular reason, you see the pattern also, you know why they are doing this behavior, you know that also, but there is no reason to tolerate it. And then how to deal, that is very much important. I will be dealing this in later slides. Dealing with misbehavior means remain focused and calm. सबसे पहला हमारा profession, I have told you a number of times in all of my webinars, I have told you that in our profession, the teacher is required to have two basic qualities. That is to be polite. Number two is to be humble. Parents generally, they say, sir, बच्चे शैतानी नहीं करेंगे तो और कौन करेगा? But that is not the reason to tolerate. Number two is ignore is totally out. That is why it is not bold on the screen, but respond decisively. और decision हमने क्या लेना है? Punishment is not a decision. Punishment is out of context, out of school education system. But consequences have to be there. So distinguish between the off-task behavior and their pattern. You are teaching mathematics. The student is not interested in mathematics. He will keep himself engaged in doing the homework of language, which is his favorite subject. So this is off-task behavior. And every time he does this thing only in mathematics class because he is not interested or he doesn't gain. इसका भी एक reason होता है. And everybody, each one of you knows that कि right from the pre-primary section, हम बच्चों के हाथ में एक pencil पकड़ा देते हैं and then A, B, C लिखना शुरू कर दो. अरे क्यों लिखना शुरू कर दो? पहले identification तो करिए. We don't know that particular thing, and then we later on, so they get disinterested. Mathematics mein 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Up tables, I tell you, one person is there whose daughter seeks admission in Faridabad. He was telling he is from South, Visakhapatnam. Her daughter, I interviewed this on Zoom, and you will believe that that particular child of 7 years, she recited all the tables up to 20. All tables up to 20. Fatafat, 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 fatafat. One by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. So distinguish between off-task behavior and off-task behavior pattern. Next is control the time and place for dealing with this off-task behavior. Public may, you cannot do that in public place. So we will discuss this thing later on in the slides and provide them with the dignified ways to terminate that behavior. हमारे टाइम में बख्शी साहब क्या होता था? पटाख से एक पड़ जाता था. This was a normal routine in wherever we were, in whichever class we were, even up to class 11 and 12. आज आप क्लास 4th के बच्चे को जरा सा थोड़ा सा बोल के देखो आप. Nowadays the people are coming with one particular complaint कि सर बच्चा he is misbehaving. मैंने कहा but who is responsible? 2 साल तो स्कूल बंद थे. 2 साल में आपने क्या सिखाया? सर बच्चे तो और हाथ से निकल गए हमारे. मैंने कहा निकाला किसने? आपने अपनी ग्रिप जो है, you loosened your grip and they were out. How many times you sit with your children? How many times you talk to them casually? How many time you talk to them about the weather conditions, about your block park, about your society, about your pet, about your grandfather, about how many people are now sharing their life stories, whatsoever we have done. बच्चे बैठते नहीं है जी स्टोरी टेलिंग में, स्टोरी लिसनिंग में, उनका दे डोंट हैव इंटरेस्ट. मैंने बट दैट इज योर फॉल्ट. मैंने कहा देयर आर टू थिंग्स. Number one is either the grandfather calls the kids, grandchildren, come, I will tell you a story. They will never come. बच्चों को जाना चाहिए ग्रैंडफादर के पास. उसके लिए क्या तरीका है? अब वो जाके ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि दादाजी कहानी सुनाओ. नेवर. बट क्यों नहीं? मेरे को टीचर्स भी बोलते हैं कि नो सर, द प्रॉब्लम इज कि माय फादर इन लॉ इज वेरी मच कंजर्वेटिव, वेरी मच क्वाइट. मैंने कहा ही इज नॉट. द होम एनवायरनमेंट हैज मेड हिम सो. मैंने कहा यू सिट विद हिम कि पापा जी आपने तो सर्विस करी है आर्मी में, बताइए वहां के कुछ एक्सपीरियंस बताइए. कोई एक चीज बताइए जब आपने किसी को, टेररिस्ट को मारा हो, या आप गारद में गए हो, या आपके कमांडर ने आपको किसी तरीके से पनिश किया हो या कुछ बोला हो. बट वी डोंट डू दैट एंड नाउ वी आर कंप्लेनिंग कि बच्चे हाथ से निकल गए. Whenever they ask for 10 rupees, बख्शी साहब हमारे टाइम में मेरे ख्याल से 50 पैसे मिलते थे. उसमें 10 रुपए 10 पैसे की तो वो साइकिल में हवा भरी जाती थी.
राइट.
अभी आप बच्चा 100 रुपए मांगते हैं, यू कांट डेयर टू आस्क हिम व्हाई. क्योंकि बचपन से ही नहीं हमने सिखाया द वैल्यू ऑफ मनी. सो डिग्निफाइड वेज, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस इट लेटर ऑन. अभी हमारा हो सकता है इसके बाद इसका सेकंड सेशन भी होगा. The next thing is dealing with the off-task behavior is avoid playing detective. क्या कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है, कैसे कर रहा है, कब कर रहा है, किसके साथ कर रहा है. बच्चा आज घर स्कूल से लेट आया, आपने घुसते के साथ ही उसके ऊपर वो अपनी क्वेश्चन, why you are late, where were you, why you are late, हमें फोन क्यों नहीं किया. अरे फोन दिया क्यों उसको करने के लिए? नहीं सर इमरजेंसी हो जाए कोई तो. मैं कहा हमारे टाइम में इमरजेंसी नहीं होती थी क्या? होती थी, खूब होती थी. कभी हाथ टूट गए, साइकिल गिर गई, कभी साइकिल चोरी हो गई, कभी बाग के माली ने पकड़ लिया कि वहां पे गए थे अमरूद लेने के लिए, वापसी आने के टाइम में माली ने पकड़ लिया, बैठा लिया वहां पे आधा घंटा. अब घर आके झूठ बोलने की हिम्मत नहीं होती थी. मगर आज का बच्चा, हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं उनकी दिस रिस्पॉन्स एट द एज ऑफ 4 years, 3 years, 5 years. बेटा आपको ये चोट कहाँ पे लगी? मैं गिर गया था ना वहां पे. ही विल नेवर टेल कि मैं क्यों गिरा था, आप भाग क्यों रहे थे, मेरे पीछे कौन था. वो झूठ बोलेगा, आप एक्सेप्ट करो, कोई बात नहीं बेटा. नेवर डू दिस. नंबर 2 इज यूटिलाइज योर ऑल्टरनेटिव लेसन प्लान. अगर एक लेसन से उनको समझ में नहीं आता है, गो फॉर अनदर वन, गो फॉर थर्ड वन, गो फॉर फोर्थ वन, बट मल्टीपल लेसन प्लान्स फॉर द सेम टॉपिक. In future, I will be conducting this on lesson planning also. Now, utilize the help of colleagues. If a particular child is misbehaving with you in a particular fashion, and you have tried to control that particular child, but he is still out of control, don't ignore, number one, and try to take staff room में जो gossips करते हैं उसको छोड़ दीजिए, and try to discuss your problem. कि in today's class lesson I encountered this type of problem and this has been happening with particular Mohit from class 4th for nearly a month. What should I do? आप एकदम से बोलोगे जी पेरेंट्स को बुला लो, नहीं होगा. Consequences के steps होते हैं. I will share with you that utilize the help of guardians is the third, fourth, fifth, sixth last. प्रिंसिपल के ऑफिस तक पहुंचने से पहले द सिक्स्थ लास्ट इज पेरेंटल. उनको बुलाइए, पूछिए क्या बात है. कॉर्पोरल पनिशमेंट इज स्ट्रिक्टली आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट. किसी भी कंडीशन में, अंडर नो सर्कमस्टांसेस, अगर आप किसी बच्चे को पूरी क्लास में मूर्ख बोल दें, इवन दैट आल्सो अमाउंट्स टू मेंटल हेरेसमेंट एंड कॉर्पोरल पनिशमेंट. चलिए देखते हैं कैसे कर सकते हैं मॉडिफाई करने के लिए ऑफ टास्क बिहेवियर. नंबर 1 इज एक्सटिंक्शन. फर्स्ट इज एक्सटिंक्शन. एंड एक्सटिंक्शन में होना क्या चाहिए? व्हाट शुड बी दिस? दैट इज that reinforces to remove that particular behavior pattern. A child is not interested in mathematics, so try to make your lesson more interesting, more engaging in such a way that the child listen once. अरे आज तो मैडम ने ये ऐसे तरीके से बताया, now I understood. Second time you utilize that particular session. Third time, particular style. Then you see that particular off-task behavior is gone. Identify the positive reinforcers. Identify the particular reinforcers. All right. Next one is plan to eliminate positive reinforcement. जिस वजह से the cause of that particular off-task behavior, try to remove that reinforcement for that particular behavior. Plan to eliminate positive reinforcement for off-task behavior I am talking about. To modify, you have to eliminate. क्या होता है कि एक बच्चा एक टीचर के साथ मिसबिहेव करता है. Why madam, why this is like this? And whole class starts laughing, or 2, 3, 4 friends start laughing because they have got their positive reinforcement कि मोहित ऐसा करेगा, हम लोग हंसेंगे, and his moral will be boosted to do it again, then again, then again. तो वो 4 बच्चों को आप पकड़ के एक तरफ बुला लीजिएगा बाद में, not in whole class, and then try to modify their behavior because they are positive reinforcers for that Mohit's off-task behavior. और इस एलिमिनेशन के लिए एक रियलिस्टिक टाइम शेड्यूल. इट इज नॉट दैट कि चलो कल देखेंगे, आज टाइम नहीं है, पीरियड नहीं है, फ्री पीरियड नहीं है, ओवरलोडिंग हो गई, काम ज्यादा था. नो एक्सक्यूजेस. Within 15 days, I have to remove this particular behavior of the child. Go for that. Then implement the plan. What is your plan? I have to eliminate these 4 students. Go for their personal counseling. First, 1 by 1. और उससे पूछो तुम्हारे साथ और कौन उसको हंसाता है, तुम क्यों डिस्टर्ब करते हो, तुमने पढ़ना नहीं है, तुमने ऑफिसर नहीं बनना है, क्या करना है जिंदगी में, कुछ तो करना होगा, सोचा तो होगा. पापा के पास बहुत करोड़ों रुपए हैं, तो सारी जिंदगी उसको बैठ के चला लोगे या उस 1 करोड़ को 2 बनाओगे, 2 को 4 बनाओगे? बताओ क्या करना चाहते हो. Try to go for the positive reinforcers for removing the off-task behavior and then implement the plan. और इसको time to time evaluate जरूर करना है. The next one is the second part of this particular extinction के बाद आता है principle of shaping. Then reinforce the behaviors that are similar. मैंने अभी बताया ना आपको, उन 4 का अगर आपने जो बूस्टर थे उनका behavior, if you modify their behavior, then certainly this shaping will be taking place in the matter of those 4 students. In the matter of those 4 students. And then you can see yourself that certainly this shaping will happen. Number 2 is subsequent actions that are more like, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक हैबिट मेकिंग की बात होती है, तो जस्ट एनीबडी ऑफ यू कैन टेल मी व्हाई वी जस्ट राइट इन द मॉर्निंग, जैसे गेट अप करें, थोड़ा वॉशरूम के लिए गए, उसके बाद पेस्ट करना शुरू कर दिया, बिकॉज राइट फ्रॉम द चाइल्डहुड दिस इज आवर रूटीन. और हैबिट क्या होती है? A particular action which you repeat over a long period of time becomes your habit. मेरे पढ़ाने में आप देख रहे हैं मेरा हाथ कितना हिल रहा है. मैंने बहुत कोशिश करी इसको ऐसे रखने की, लेकिन ये अपने आप ही ऊपर आ जाता है. Because 38 years I have been teaching, 38 years I have been using physical gestures, body language, facial expressions, intonations in my voice, so that please unmute, mute yourself, please. Everybody, please. So this can be learned, a new behavior. Now, the last one, shaping के लिए क्या होता है कि actions that are less like behavior to be learned than the previous actions that are not positively reinforced. Earlier they were not reinforced, but now they can be. I am telling you, बख्शी साहब को पता है, हमारी आपकी सबकी एक ही आदत होती थी, हमारा केंद्रीय विद्यालय जो चलता था, right at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were to go by bicycle, cycling for 7 kilometers, which means it would take minimum 10 minutes. So by 7:15 we generally used to leave our homes in any case. और बैक कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से देखें तो बाय 5 o'clock वी वर एक्सपेक्टेड टू लीव आवर बेड. सबसे पहली हैबिट अपने बच्चे में यही डाल दीजिए, बिस्तर छोड़ते के साथ ही अपने बिस्तर को मेक योर बेड, straighten up the wrinkles on the bed sheet, wrap up your blanket or whatsoever you are in the night, and then go for the next thing, then third, then fourth. By 6:45 we were on the dining table for the breakfast. मामा ने लंच बॉक्स रख दिया, लंच दे वो ब्रेकफास्ट दे दिया, एंड देयर वर नो रेनफोर्समेंट कि बेटा खा लो. मेरे को मम्मी ये नहीं खाना. उस समय पटाख से एक आता था, ले एक के ऊपर एक फ्री है, 2 पराठे, और पराठे अच्छे नहीं लगते तो उसके ऊपर ये एक फ्री. क्यों बख्शी साहब, खाते थे कि नहीं खाते थे? आज बच्चे के, मैं अभी जब प्रिंसिपल था, नियरली 8 years back, 9 years back, for 18 years I was principal. Lunch time mein I used to take rounds of rooms, observing what they have got in their lunch boxes, and you will be surprised to know that nearly 60% to 65% they were having Maggie, sandwiches, burgers, like these type of things. अभी मैं 10-15 साल पहले की बात बता रहा हूं. पराठे के ऊपर मन ही नहीं करता. समोसे को लोग, अभी की नई रिसर्च बताते हैं साहब कि समोसा जो है इट इज अ जंक फूड, जबकि हमारा शाम का नाश्ता बिना समोसे के होता ही नहीं था. संडे के दिन सवेरे कचौरी और जलेबी नहीं खाएं तो नाश्ता नहीं मानते थे उसे. So there are a number of positive things which can be replaced by doing your positive reinforcement to reduce or remove the off task things. बच्चे ने कहा 10 रुपए दो, नहीं तो मैं स्कूल नहीं जाऊंगा. आपने बड़े प्यार से, नहीं बेटा स्कूल तो जाना है, ले 10 रुपए. वो 10 रुपए 1 साल के अंदर अंदर बढ़ते हुए 50 हो गए, एंड बाय द 3 years, वो 4 years मैक्सिमम, वो 500 रुपए हो गए. बिकॉज हम उनका नेगेटिव बिहेवियर, ऑफ टास्क बिहेवियर, विच habit we want to make, it is against that. The next one is attention seeking behavior. क्या होता है? They prefer being punished, admonished, criticized, or to being ignored. Attention seekers ये होते हैं. So don't ignore any of your child in your class, any of your child. Then they are in the on task, then appreciate them. Catch them being good. Or they are cooperating. They are attention seekers. I am talking about removal of the off-task behavior or these type of behaviors which are not expected in a child. The next one is power seekers. They try to push the teacher into a corner. They want to push. They keep on discussing, why ma'am, why sir, why not this sir. That is means they provoke teachers into a struggle of wills. But if you have got patience and humbleness in your attitude, in your behavior, this is what the demand of our profession is. Don't get irritated. Go to that child and politely tap on her back or his back. Ki beta, we will talk to you. I will talk to you personally about this thing in the lunch time. देखिए मैं बताऊं, कोई भी बच्चा अपना लंच टाइम या फ्री टाइम जो है वो डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहता. क्यों? Because that is the only time when they can enjoy. Lunch, games period, library period, art and craft, music, dance. They don't want to leave these classes. और उनको बोलिए उस क्लास में हम I will discuss with you, particularly this particular point. Don't get disheartened, but let me complete this film. Otherwise, we will not be able to finish the syllabus. And in most cases, then go to attend rest of the class. Now, there are a number of behaviors, rambling. Whenever you ask certain things, they go for far-fetched examples or analogies. तो आपकी response जो है क्या होनी चाहिए? You refocus attention by restating your point. Sun rises in the east. This is universal statement. How many of you think this is correct? This is, a child can tell you this is incorrect. A child who has just now learned about the solar system, that all planets revolve around the sun. The sun doesn't rise, sun doesn't set. It is we people, we are rising, we people, we are setting. Earth is revolving, rotating. Sun is stationary, sun is not rising. और इस बात पे बच्चा जब करता है आपसे बहस, तो आप इरिटेट मत होइए. Yes, I agree, but this is a universal statement कि sun rises, which means we are moving towards the sun. But then we say sun is rising. Right? Direct question to the group that is back on the subject. अगर एक बच्चा rambling कर रहा है, we will talk about, I will talk or we will discuss about this in the games period. Fine? Okay, Mohit, come to me. In the games period, we will discuss about this thing. I will explain to you in more details. You will understand better. देखिए वो दोबारा आएगा ही नहीं. Ask how that particular topic relates to the current topic being discussed. Recently, there was a reporter who was rather pushed out of a sort of press conference where the US was, I will not name that minister because I don't remember. That was a lady. And most of the times they were discussing about the Indian democracy, the democracy is going to dogs and this and that. That reporter stood up and just asked only one thing. Ma'am, what about the bombing of Nordem oil pipeline? Why Syria was, when Syria and Turkey got earthquake, US didn't supported them by sending the aid. And then you say you are a democracy and the largest democracy. What happened to democracy that time? What grudges do you have? And he was pushed out of the press conference. But this we cannot engage in classroom. Beta, we are talking about India. Why we should talk about that? अभी भी हमारा पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम जो है वो ऐसे ही है. कोई भी गवर्नमेंट हो, किसी भी स्टेट में हो, आप उसका एक गलत बात बता दीजिए, वो आपको दे विल टेक यू बैक 20 years बैक, 30 years बैक, 50 years बैक. उस टाइम में उन्होंने क्या किया था? That justifies your action. If they were wrong and you doing the same thing, so you are also wrong. You cannot justify I am right because they did it. So ask for that type of behavior. Why? This is not to be discussed now. It is not related to the topic. And if you are interested in getting more information, we can discuss it a little bit later. Then use visual aids, begin to write on the board, or turn on overhead projector, or use flashcards, a number of teaching aids you people have in your control. And then finally, you stop. Okay, lady, okay, girls and boys, let us be quiet and let Mohit explain to this what exactly main point he wants to ask. Chalo Mohit, come on. Because I could not understand, so these kids certainly will not be able to understand. You explain your point of view. You will see he will be in a fix. Arey, ye kya ho gaya? I was trying to push sir into the corner or ma'am into the corner, and she has asked me, come forward. How can I? Because I was just playing a prank. Next is shyness or silence, lack of participation, solace seekers, changing teaching strategies from group discussion to individual writing exercise, videotape them, ask them to present. मैं एक स्कूल में गया था साहब अभी एफिलिएशन के चक्कर में, तो मैंने कहा सर अब सैटरडे का दिन पड़ गया, so I went around a number of classes and there was no teaching at all. Not a single child was learning, not a single teacher was teaching. I was shaken. What type of this teaching is? But then I was very happy what the concept came in front. They said, Saturday half day, sir, we teach, and last 4 periods, we engage students for creative purposes, and we have been doing for last 4 years. The present government has introduced that conceptual learning or creativity now from 2020. That is new education policy. But we have been doing since 2018. We have been doing this. Write a poem, write an essay, draw something, create something out of clay. They don't go for violin and judo classes and piano classes and all that. No. Create on your own. When you were coming out of your home this morning after breakfast towards the school, what you saw on the road en route, write it out. What's the things? And every Saturday, the theme is different. On that particular theme, you can write poem, you can write a short story, anything, creativity. So any contribution if they make, appreciate them. Particularly these type of kids who are silent, solace seekers. Involve them by putting them to them direct questions. Make eye contact. बच्चा आपको नीचे देखेगा, उसके पास जाओ, प्यार से बोलो, politely, कि बेटा what happened? Why you are not answering? You know the answer. बच्चे जानते हैं उन answers को. Parents आते थे हमारे पास. In your PTM also, parents might be coming to you people all and then saying कि sir, this child tells everything at home, but he is not gaining marks in the exams. But probably your teacher is biased against my child, but that is not the case. The child is silent, is shy. He lacks participation. He doesn't have confidence, might not have confidence. So confidence classes banana shuru kar dijiye. Appoint him to be a small group leader. अच्छा, मोहित के साथ These 4 kids will be there. You will be the group of 5. Every one of you will be reporting to Mohit. And Mohit, I will ask you what everybody has done. Okay, agreed? वो एक बार में yes नहीं बोलेगा. He will not give you report in a day or 2, but one day he will certainly. The next is talkativeness. Talkativeness में knowing everything, manipulation, chronic whining. इसके लिए possible responses can be acknowledge the comments. Good. I appreciate your contribution. Make eye contact with another participant and move towards the person. Mohit is sitting this side, right? Mohit is sitting this side. You look other side, but keep moving towards Mohit. You see, everything, this talkativeness will, madam is coming towards me, so I will keep quiet now. Make eye contact with another participant and move towards the person in question. During the breaks, when you give some question or put up some question to anybody, this person, this child, Mohit, comes up very fast. सबसे पहली तो चीज होती है classroom management. These things are to be taught in the classroom management, that there are certainly some rules of responses in the classroom. When I ask question, one, you know the answer, you will raise your hands. That's right. You will not speak unless and until you are asked. Then give the particular child attention during the break. हाँ, अब बताओ. Now I have given them the task. Okay, class, write 5 sentences about this thing. Or do this thing exercise, or put up this question. And then now, Mohit, tell me, what was your response? Let them do their work. We will talk. Come to my table, or I will come to you. आपके पास तो बैठने की जगह नहीं है. You come to me. Ask them. That way you can say. And then you say, that is an interesting point. अब देखते हैं कि ये पूरी क्लास क्या करती है. Let us see what their point of view is. So this way, these all things you will be getting in the presentation. Sharp shooting. Trying to shoot you down. मैंने अभी पहले भी बोला था. Admit that you do not know the answer. मैंने अभी बोला आपको कि US में वो कौन सी लेडी मिनिस्टर थी. She was making some statement. I don't know the answer. Okay, fine. I will try to find out the answer and come back to you with correct answer. But don't ramble yourself. If you start rambling, they will learn from you. बच्चा झूठ बोलना कहाँ से सीखता है? Where from? They learn from parents. Because the child will not listen to your sermons and philosophies. They try to imitate you. आप बाहर से जाते हैं, ऑफिस से जाते हैं, और अपना बैग जो होता है, आपका ब्रीफ केस होता है, फटाक से आपने सोफे पे डाला और अपना सोफे पे रिलैक्स करने के लिए फैल गए. बच्चा ये चीज ऑब्जर्व करता है. नाउ आई कैन डू दिस बिकॉज पापा इज डूइंग दिस थिंग, सो दिस इज एक्सेप्टेबल. आप अपना जाके ब्रीफ केस जगह पे रखिए, चेंज करिए, मुंह हाथ धोइए, आइए बैठिए सोफे पे. Right from childhood, if you start doing this thing, this will be creating a model of what is the way you behave when you come back from the school. You do this thing. आप कितना ही बोले, organize हो जाओ, नहीं. आप उठो अपना, you just try to make your bed first. From the childhood, even adolescence, अभी भी देर नहीं हुई है. 14-15 साल के बच्चे को भी ये अभी भी सिखाया जा सकता है. Yes, it can be. But you have to trick. एक parenting में भी करेंगे ऐसे. So parents can also learn about these things कि how they cannot blame. If a child does something good, oh, very good training by the parents. And if anything goes wrong, then certainly, oh, तुम्हारे स्कूल में ये सिखा, you are being taught these things in your school. Which school ask you to speak falsehood or something like that, or misbehave? No teacher, no school, no principal, no curriculum, no subject, no topic, no book. These things child learn from the parents, and then the parents blame teachers or school. Try to improve, and then acknowledge that this is a joint learning experience. But अभी मैंने लिख दिया है इसमें, but never ignore the behavior. You try to sharpshoot back. Next is heckling, arguing. This will be our last presentation for the day. The next 15 slides we will be connecting on 24th. Right? Heckling is disagreeing with everything you say. जैसे मैंने अभी sun rises in the east. This is a universal statement. They will disagree and start argument then and there only. Cycle, madam, they will tell you. You ask, how do you come to school? Cycle. Okay, fine. How does the cycle works? Sir, cycle travels. No, cycle is not traveling. Only the wheels are rotating. Cycle is the frame. Cycle is the seat. Cycle is the driver. Tell me, what is cycle? It's a combination of each and everything. And that way you are coming to school. Acknowledge positive points if they are there. I appreciate your comment, but I would like to hear from others also. So over here, I am ending this screen sharing and giving you all 5 minutes to start from here from 24th. If you have got any problems now, questions anybody now, you can just open up your videos, unmute yourself and ask the question. Please. Everybody is invited. Bolie, anybody. Because sitting quietly for 5 minutes will be wastage of your time and mine also. Samsung is going to speak something.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Sharma. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine. Thank you, sir. Some of the students are writing abusive words for few of the teachers in the washroom.
Okay.
So what can be done, sir?
मैंने बताया अभी मिसबिहेवियर के लिए सेकंड पार्ट में द लास्ट पार्ट कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस तो आपने पढ़े थे रूल बुक जब मैंने क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट पढ़ाया था यू वर देयर और नॉट you were not there. Am I right or not? There have to be consequences for everything. But what are the consequences and how they are to move from one step to another, second, third, fourth, fifth? Dr. Sharma is also going to be our trainer from July onwards. Madam, मैंने announce कर दिया publicly. देख लीजिए अब. मोहन जी
Yes, sir.
मनी के
I am ready, sir. Definitely.
तो मैम इसके consequences भी होते हैं ना हमें रूल बुक बनानी पड़ेगी.
Okay.
रूल बुक मैंने आप लोगों के साथ क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट में शेयर करी थी. You were not there. So probably after 15th of April, I will be taking 4-day class on classroom management.
Okay, sir.
Rule book मैंने मैडम छोटी सी बनाई थी एक. And in that rule book, for each and everything, procedures should be there, routine should be there, and they all, when combined together, will be a rule book for the students to follow. How to move in the corridor, how to ask for permission, how to respond to the teacher's question. But misbehavior के लिए consequences भी उसी में है. ये मैडम ये देखिए किस टीचर ने सिखाया होगा उनको टू यूज एब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज अगेंस्ट द टीचर। मैंने आपको बताया था एक जस्ट यू अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
Yes, sir.
आप बताइए कि मैंने आपको एक बार बताई थी ये कि हम लोग कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस के बारे में बात करते हैं, रूल बुक के बारे में बात करते हैं, रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं। एवरी टाइम वी कीप ऑन टॉकिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स, बट हाउ टू इम्प्लीमेंट these things? This is a collective effort of whole staff. This cannot be done by one.
Yes, sir.
और एक मैंने आपको ये बताया था कि all the class teachers must have a sort of anecdotal records. That
Yes,
is
sir.
an official document for CBSE purpose or the positive points. और एक इसी तरीके से आपको बताया था, you take a long register and make 4 pages or 6 pages for each child. Off task behavior उसमें note करिए. Get the signature of the teacher once, then twice, then thrice, and fourth time he does, call to your class teacher or class committee. रूल बुक में वो भी मैंने बताया, क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट लूंगा, रूल बुक दूंगा. There has to be a classroom committee, that is disciplinary committee. Were you there? जैसे हम पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन करते हैं या कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसीज करती है, that way we have to go for that detection whether this is right or not. Questioning, then intervening, and then finally concluding. Organizing your thoughts or your decisions, not decisions, consequences. What should be done now? If he is a regular repeater of this behavior, the child should be sent to the counselor. School counseling, counselor है आप लोगों के पास कि नहीं है?
No, sir.
मैडम रख लीजिए एक साइकोलॉजिकल काउंसलर होना ही चाहिए, हर स्कूल में होता है, and not on regular basis. Once in a week, 4 times, 1,000 rupees a day, 4,000 rupees a month is not a big sum. जहां आप एक टीचर को 15,000 20,000 रुपए महीना दे रहे हैं, वो 4,000 रुपए एक महीने में देने की कोई and half day, full day उसको बैठाइए. All the students are involved in this. वो anecdotal record class teacher के through वो काउंसलर के पास रखा जाएगा and he or she will keep on talking to these students, make her comments.
Okay, sir.
Get the teachers, students, both will be there, get their signature. Teacher will not speak anything. Counselor will not ask any question to the teacher, but that record is there. So she will keep on counseling, और उनका counseling में investigation या getting out that particular thing is a little bit different from general police investigation.
Ajay, do you also suggest that this counselor must be called on the day when parent-teacher meetings are organized, so that this person can talk to parents as well, because parents play an equal role in disciplining a child?
Bakshi Sahab, I tell you one thing, at that time, he must counsel the parents also.
Exactly. That's the point.
Parental counseling is also required.
That's the point.
मैंने अनुपमा मैडम का एक पहले वेबिनार में आपका एक क्वेश्चन आया था, तो मैंने पूछा था आपको कि एक लड़का आपने बताया था ना, वो बड़ी है, वो बड़ा है, वो स्कूल में नहीं आती है, छोटा स्कूल से नहीं जाता, घर में क्या एनवायरनमेंट है ना, बोला था ना आपको कि this type of thing, you personally go over there, sit over there, I will like to have a cup of tea with your father. What time he comes back? थोड़ा सा डेडिकेशन तो आपको भी करना पड़ेगा, because as a teaching profession, we are 18 hours on duty, or let us say 16 hours on duty. Generally people don't pick up my phone कि सर मेरा ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड वहां पे है and I will let you know on Monday. If this is the response of a principal, then you can simply understand what will be the response of a teacher. And that is why when the problem grows out of hand, then everything explodes. And then we start blaming each other.
A lot of times it happens that in parent-teacher meeting, a lot of parents come and start shouting on the teachers without understanding that their fault is equally there. Because the child is spending 8 hours in a school and rest of the time at home.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
they are equally responsible.
You see, child is how many hours child is in this school?
Right.
6 hours maximum, ma'am.
And that too with one teacher, he or she spends only about 40-45 minutes. That's it.
40 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
And
The rest of the time,
then they blame teacher.
yeah.
आपने अच्छा बख्शी साहब, this is good thing. I will write this thing in the book. Parental counseling भी होनी चाहिए. Once at least, once in a month होनी ही चाहिए. उसमें बच्चों को आप भले ही मत बुलाइए. Very good idea.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody?
Sir, another point, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, nowadays parents are supporting to their children only, even though they are wrong, even though they know it. Not like a previous days, no, sir. That also we found many parents. They are pampering to their own children only. They are not accepting. They are not realizing their mistake. In such cases, how
Madam,
to solve?
this thing Bakshi Sahab has given the very beautiful answer to this, suggestion to this.
Yes.
Parental
For counseling parents. Yes,
counseling
sir.
parents.
Yes.
Parent teachers
We should do that.
Parent teachers meeting not only to discuss the child's performance or the results.
Yes,
For this
sir.
thing also, misbehavior or appreciating good things also.
Yes.
Your child sings well. Give them some
I,
practice.
I would like to share one more thing that, see, my wife has been a teacher for more than 30 years now. She has been teaching with Army Public School, Dagshai. That was a residential school. And now for more than 20 years, she has been teaching with St. Stephen's School in Chandigarh.
Yeah.
She comes back with so many stories from the school and we keep discussing. One of the most disturbing patterns that we have seen is that the latest policy, the education policy, does not allow a teacher for punishment to be given
Yes,
to
sir.
any children. Right now, what happens is that the child knows he or she can do whatever he or she wants, and nobody can say anything. If somebody says anything, I will call my parents. Parents are ready to call the police. I mean, they can go to any extent. One, two is
Yes,
that
sir.
when children know that nobody is going
Will
to
punish.
fail them, whatever they are doing, policy says कि आपने fail नहीं करना. You don't have to fail a child.
Fine.
And the child's, you see, the child is not in a position to be promoted to next class, but by force, he or she is promoted to next class, but he or she has not learned enough.
Yeah.
These two are major areas of concern that we keep discussing.
That's right.
I mean, I have in fact told her that please write a letter to Prime Minister on Man Ki Baat and tell him to do something about it. You can ask hundreds of teachers; they'll be ready to support you.
Sir, I tell you one thing, कि I started a campaign against whatsoever you are saying, no corporal punishment. This idea was given by Supreme Court of India in 2012. Corporal punishment is strictly banned. People tried to understand what this is, and they abstained from any type of punishment being implicated on the child. Parents took nearly 3 to 4 years to understand the concept to their advantage.
Actually, see, a lot of teachers have also taken this punishment to extreme. That is the reason that it has come to this situation.
That is the right
Now,
time.
Now, second is that if you see why we just talked about people from armed forces and other such forces, why those people are so disciplined, it is because of the punishment. They know if you don't come for the PT, there is a punishment. If you don't run across country, there is a punishment. If you don't get up at 5 o'clock and come for the sports, there is a punishment.
That's right.
So they have to follow it.
Yeah.
If your shoes are not polished, there is a punishment. If your dress is uniform is not pressed, there is a punishment. So punishment makes a behavioral change, yes, but to what extent it can be used, that is one question that has to be answered.
That's right. So I will conclude here by saying that this is a right point which has been put up by Mr. Bakshi. And rule book, nahi, I will not conclude. Samsung has raised the question. Disturbing thing. So this
Sir,
thing I will address.
you're talking about rule book, so I want it, and I have attending this your seminar for the first time. So if you have conducted that kind of sessions before, and if you have recordings, please share with me. I'm from a small town. I don't have access or resources to attend that kind of trainings and all. So I like your whatever you have said, and the questions you are answering. Sir also, Sunil sir also put very good question. So which is related to me as well, I think. So if you have previous recordings or something, please share with me. And I'm asking for rule book as well, if PDF form is
Ma'am, the
there.
rule book is generally changed every 15 days.
Okay.
Because recently I changed it for one particular point, and now Sunil has given us a new thing, counseling for students and counseling for parents also.
Parents.
These things I will introduce it there. I will write
One
this
more
thing in
thing,
the
if you have that kind of session for marketing and advertising also, it will be beneficial for me. After
there is there.
lockdown, it's my own school. It's a small school. I got permission till 10th standard.
Okay.
But after lockdown, number of students drastically decreased. So if you give me some sessions like this for advertisement and to increase the number of students, how to do it,
Madam,
definitely.
you just let me know your name, because Samsung is not clear. I will give
Okay,
you.
my name is Samsung. It's my okay. I haven't logged in from my mobile. I have logged in from my tab. That's why it happened. And I'm thinking just there is my name. My name is Shahin sir. Shahin Sheikh.
शाहीन शेख मोइनुद्दीन, अभी आज तो हमारी बात हुई थी ना.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I totally forgot that I have logged in from my tab.
नहीं, no problem. मैम थोड़ा सा मजाक भी होना चाहिए. Life is not that much
Yes.
serious to keep every time.
No.
Must laugh.
Yes.
So I will give you an offer for this. This is your own school.
Yes.
You are the owner.
Yeah, I am the owner, but after lockdown, number of students drastically decreased. So I'm in
How much are there?
financial and so many crises.
How many students and teachers are there?
For now, it's 150 only.
That's
and
okay, fine.
we are 13, 14 people are working there, including
No
me.
problem. No problem. 14, 15 teachers are there.
Yes.
Are you able? Are you a good what you call क्या कहते हैं सुनील जी उसको कि जो forceful leader? You have to ask your workforce to do the task in a particular time period, and they have to do it. If you agree to that, then the strength will also increase. Branding and marketing then make your school admission magnet. मैंने सुनील जी से हमारी बातें होती रहती हैं. I shared with him. So he offered कि सर school strength आप बढ़ा दीजिए. But how to go for the branding of the school, that I will do. अभी हम लोग 3 trainers हो गए और 5 trainers मेरे पास उधर हैं. So you need not worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
I will talk to you in person, and whenever you are free before 9:30.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Today also, if you are free, you can talk. We can talk. All right.
Okay, sir. I'll call you.
Yeah. Because 4:30 in the morning, I have to get up. by habit.
Oh, okay.
At 9:30, I am dead.
I'll call you at after our session. I'll call you
After?
our session.
But no problem. This now session is going to end. Anybody is requested to come up with their questions and objections and any queries or suggestions even.
Sir, do you have formats of various anecdotal records or something else?
Madam, anecdotal records are generally that format has been given by the CBSE.
Okay.
But
So will you share it in the group?
You ask any of the publishers, a book shopkeeper. If they don't have, I will give you. Basically, anecdotal. Okay, fine. I will give you a format. I will write it over here. The basic format for anecdotal records as well as this record which I have asked you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
I have written over there, and if anybody wants to go for that, certainly I will go.
Thank you.
I'm always there. Thank you, Payalji, for your suggestion. That also anecdotal records का अगर format नहीं है, so you can get it printed. Stationery shop पे मिल जाते हैं. Generally, if they are not available, go to CBSE site, find out there. Formats are there. Note it down or take a printout and get your school anecdotal records. You are a principal?
No, sir. I'm teaching in a school.
Okay. Anecdotal records are basically meant for teachers to be kept for each individual student.
Yeah, sir. But here in Mumbai now, it's like teachers are not they are not asked to keep it. But your suggestion, it's really very worthful.
Madam, both things. Anecdotal records for positivity and another punishment record, or you say the off-task behavior record, that will be for the negativity, for counseling purpose. I don't know why Mumbai people are not there. I will. Anyway, there are a number of other type of.
Yeah, they have their own rules and regulations in the school. Accordingly, they work.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No problem. I will share it. I will note it down.
But this is worth. I like your idea, sir. It's worth.
So
somebody has to start it.
Somebody has to start. You put up starting and then putting in the parent-teachers meeting. Madam, this is my anecdotal record. This child. Okay, Mohit, come with your parents. See, Mohit is beautiful. He is neat. He is clean. His handwriting is very good. He does his homework very nicely.
It's worth.
और उसमें थोड़ा सा लिख देना. He needs a little bit less talking. उसी में लिख सकते हैं आप. But if this talkativeness is disturbing the class, then it goes into the OTB register, off-task behavior register.
Okay, that we don't have OTP register.
I will give you both the formats.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
So if anybody has got any problems, any suggestions, queries, otherwise we call it day. It is instead of 1 hour, it is 1.5 hours. And Nivedita madam might be, All right, ladies and gentlemen.
No, not at all. Why should I? When a discussion is going on,
you might be thinking
always a learning for everyone.
It is 12 hours.
I'm not going to say.
No, this is just a part of joke. We also are teachers. We are also human beings. We also need sometimes humorous things. Kapil Sharma show humko bhi dekhna hai. We also need laughing in our life, happiness in our life. Today is World Happiness Day.
Yes.
Nobody is celebrating.
And tomorrow is Maharashtra's New Year Day.
New Year.
Gudi Padwa.
Gudi Padwa. Today, hai na? Not today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tanya was telling today, Manaka, you might be getting invitation. You must attend to get their traditions. Until you are in Maharashtra, you must learn new traditions. And by the time you reach the age of 45, 50, you will be able to tell your children, ki I know what is the tradition in Karnataka, what is in Bangalore, what is in Maharashtra, what is in Pune. Everything you must know. She is trying to learn Marathi language. Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, see you on 24th. In the meantime, if you have got any suggestions, you can write it in the group which I will be opening now. But don't go for good morning, good evening, or your personal problems. General suggestions, which like Sunil ji has given a very great suggestion.
Sir, kindly share all the formats in this group itself so that everyone can see.
Not individually. Yes, I will be sharing in the mail, ma'am. When the recording and certificates will be sent to you, in that I will be writing it.
Sir, anecdotal records.
Every format will be there.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
आपका sentences वाला मैडम तैयार हो गया है मेरा, and probably tomorrow morning I will send it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night,
sir.
All right. Have a good dinner also, and have a good sleep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Each
you,
and
sir.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.